Many feel overwhelmed. It's crucial for leaders to prioritize mental health.
That said 33% of people feel too overwhelmed by daily stress to think ahead.
Yeah.
Like when you think about that, it's like, gosh, like, that's what people are under.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of
I mean, you forget that, right?
You forget that.
You just forget it. I mean,
Yeah.
you think about those numbers, that's whether it's 2/3 or 1/3 of all people feeling this way. And you start to realize, wow, that's heavy, And if you were in a room and 3 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 are feeling a certain way, you start to realize there's more. That's just why with corporations, I think it's so important that they can take leadership positions.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I always go back to the top on some of these things because if we're not comfortable being vulnerable, and if we're not comfortable making sure that our HR teams have the tools to talk about this with employees, that we don't support some of these initiatives, we're kind of in a place where we're saying, oh, we don't believe some of those stats, but the stats are there and growing, right? And yes, there's life things that are happening, but technology is moving so fast on the other side, right? I mean, we are definitely in an era right now where kids have grown up with their smartphones. They act differently than, when I grew up or when you grew up. It's just different. And they grew up with this technology. They're very comfortable with it, the speed of it, which is coming. And then there's the weight of what's happening just in life around them. And so some of these things, even at the company level, which are interesting, and you don't do this, is like, and I found this a little bit with myself, I'll just tell you on a personal front, we're taught to play it very safe. And I think that's an important thing too. I'll tell you, a lot of people miss is that, you don't want to say the wrong thing. So you're not going to talk about your own vulnerability because that's not playing it down the fairway. You kind of want to be boring. I'll be frank with you, for a lot of leaders, not all leaders, which we know there's a couple of them that are but for most leaders, when you go out there, they're media trained to be right down the fairway.